178 centimeters. And he'll be facing the monster, Zhu Kang. Marco Antonio Barrera. Zhu.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
Not too many seats to be had in this. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Neither fighter willing to slow down. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Did you see the nerves on a fight stepping into the ring, Todd? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
These punches coming from every angle. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Got him with a left hook. A perfect counter lands. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Barrera in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. Good work, that's it.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When you're training to fight a swarmer, Johnny, you know this better than anybody. You have got to be in peak physical condition because they're not going to let you breathe.
You are fighting a swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance that shouldn't have one.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Trying to land that jab. That left hook missed. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. They both want a highlight reel knockout. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Barrera in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of...
On to the third. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch is destroying their face. That jab misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. The straight right just misses. Counter punches have to hurt. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
These two featherweights are going to let their hands go, you know that.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
The perfect counter lands. They got out of the way of that right hook. Close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Barrera in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges...
Back at it in round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Looks like they're going to try and be a little more elusive now. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Looking to land the hook. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Swing and a miss with the hook. The monster! Dazed! Down goes Khan. As we take another look, you can see it. The body shot was pitch perfect, and it won in the fight.
Even I've got to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Great work. I love that. Jab slick.
Get your boxing back together. Put him back in his place.
Our shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away.
Think switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind back on the job. And then get back out there and win the round. You've been coasting for this entire fight. And now you've let him back in. Now it's going to...
in there. Buries up a little bit so we can't figure you out. Great work.
take his confidence away. Go out, and in the first minute, stick him in the...
Straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused.
and back. Take away that confidence and stop him in his tracks.
Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots.
The referee. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
That uppercut doesn't get through. Perfect counter shot. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? They won't give us a second to catch our breath. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Trying to land that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Barrera in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
Did all that work all the way through camp?
Nice round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man. Good man.
There, switch on and get your boxing back together.
Pull it there. Just keep him on the end of that jab. You're getting your timing already.
Yet, you got to go back out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag, and now you let him back into it. Right, let's go out there and get your boxing back together. Listen.
Those 1-2s straight down the middle. You can't miss it.
And there's the bell for round 6. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Needs to put some combination work together. 1 punch is good, 2 punches better. The perfect counter lands. Nothing like a little taunting to get your opponent riled up. Stamina is so important for these 2 fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Barrera in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Get your butts in.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Relax now. I don't want...
And now you're going to go back out there and lose the match? You got to get out.
But you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
Completely switched off. Get your mind back on the job. That was a terrible round, that was. Come on. You've let him back into the fight. You're much better than that guy. You're much better. He's not even...
Finding your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get kept...
Get your mind back on the job. That was a god-awful round.
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no...
You're not even in the same league as him. Come on, switch on. Get your...
That's working nice. Those 1-2s straight down the middle.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
I need to go back
Round. Just keep him on the end of that jab. You're getting your timing already. The right hand...
Round 7, here we go. Holding nothing back here in the round. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. That jab doesn't find a home. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. This round could go either way. Hold that thought! Shu Khan, the monster, in trouble! Let's talk about Barrera in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them. Finally, round 8, and we're off again. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Beautiful counter shot. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the early. Hold it right there! Marco Antonio Barrera is on the canvas. A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe, or do they play defense here?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Shu Khan just got caught! And in this replay, you can see it. That body punch folded him like a lawn chair.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
So close, but